All right, everyone. Welcome back to the... Wait, hold on. Let me start over. Welcome.
Is there any way to turn it down in my ear?
Oh, yeah. I can do that.
Oh.
Is that better for you guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Is
that's
it
better.
okay?
Mine was okay.
Yours
That's
is okay?
already, but
Okay, put us all at the same.
Oh, your voice is so deep.
thank you.
Welcome back to the Half Sweet podcast. Today we're here with Adrian, my friend Callista. She's new here. She's just like making a quick pit stop in Taiwan. And Andy.
Hello.
Hi.
So we actually are doing something a bit interesting today. I had like a whole list of guiding questions, but then earlier today, Lisa was bringing up chat.
GPT.
Yeah, you might have to speak a little bit closer.
Chat GPT.
Yeah, chat GPT. And so we decided to just scrap the guiding questions and we're going to let...
I liked your guiding
Really?
questions though.
Oh, you liked
We
them?
can, like,
We'll mix it. Because I didn't even bring my... Oh, I guess I can pull it up on my phone later.
Yeah.
We'll do a couple of the chat GPT and then we will answer some of the AI questions because sometimes it's nice to not know what the questions are.
Yeah,
like-
that's why I don't read the questions.
Oh, right. Yeah, I so that's why I think it's like kind of fun. But we will do my introduction question that I had, and I think it was everyone can say one thing that is coming up for you guys. That's exciting. You can start,
What's
Andy.
exciting?
What are you excited about? That's coming up.
Probably like quitting my job.
That's exciting. Why is that exciting?
Because I don't know. It's just like feel like next stage in my life. You know, I've been doing like a bit of real estate. Yeah, I'm basically quitting a job because like my dental internship is starting. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing really that
That's
interesting.
exciting.
Yeah.
I would say probably starting this podcast has been really fun. Like I obviously, I have a YouTube channel and I enjoy working on my YouTube channel, but I haven't found something since YouTube that I also enjoy working on. So the podcast is like my second passion project. So yeah, I find it really fun.
So I guess the reason for my pit stop would be that I'm actually going to Seoul next week to start an exchange for 1 semester. So I'm very excited for that, living in another country for the first time.
Okay, for me, I would say I just decided this a few days ago actually, but I will move to another country. I think maybe not this year,
Okay.
but I will definitely move away from Taiwan.
Okay.
I don't want to tell what country I'm going to because I will reveal it in a YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
But I can tell you after the podcast.
Okay, sure. The inside scoop. But aren't you leaving Taiwan soon anyways?
Yeah, I'm leaving Taiwan I will also... When do you upload this?
It won't be for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm leaving Taiwan in 9 days.
Wow, that's so soon.
For a few weeks or months. I haven't decided yet. But I will definitely come back to Taiwan first, work on my YouTube and my social media here, and then move to this mysterious other country.
Mysterious. Wait,
Yeah.
can we ask though, is it like in the east or the west?
It's in Asia and it's
Okay.
expensive. So
it's
this
like
is the most...
Singapore or Dubai.
This is the
Dubai's
most...
not in Asia.
Oh, really? It's not Dubai?
Dubai's Middle East.
Okay.
Is that Asia?
I don't know. Whatever.
don't know.
Singapore then.
No, I will move
Cross
to
out
Asia.
Dubai. Oh, so
Yeah.
Singapore.
Oh,
Singapore's
yeah.
expensive.
Hong Kong is also expensive.
Oh, Shanghai is expensive
Shanghai
too.
is expensive, yeah.
Interesting.
There are a lot of expensive cities here.
Very interesting, actually. In today's episode, we're talking about like life and living situations. We have a couple different sections, but we're going to be talking about living alone, living with friends, like roommates, and also living with a significant other. So those are kind of like the main topics of today. And all right, the first question, we can just go in a circle and like each of us can ask one of these questions and then we can also do some guiding questions. How does that sound?
Okay.
My question that I got here is what led you to decide to live alone and what are some of the benefits you've experienced as a result? Who here lives alone?
I do.
He does. So this question's for you.
Sorry, what's the question?
What led you to decide to live
okay.
alone and what are some of the benefits you've experienced as a result?
Okay, so I was in the UK for university, and my degree was 5 years, and for all 5 years, I actually lived with at least 6 guys.
Nice.
At one time. So it was very, very intense. You can imagine like 6 guys trying to operate in one kitchen.
Yeah, how does that even
You know,
work?
It doesn't.
Oh.
you
Is there
know,
mold growing everywhere?
mold growing everywhere. There's always
Ew.
some plates left over. You don't know who's, you know, who it is. It was a lot of fun. But actually, like when I came back to Taiwan, you know, I was done with living with roommates. So I just really wanted to live for myself. And yeah, that's basically why. And the benefits are you definitely have a lot more time to yourself. There's a lot, like, it's very, like, a lot more peace. And yeah, you just learn how to enjoy your own company as well.
I think living alone, I think the best benefit is you learn to be alone without being like lonely, you know? Like you learn, because if you always like in company with like friends or I don't know, family, and then you start living alone, I think you will start like feeling lonely or just alone, you know? And I think if you live alone for a longer period of time, you learn like to be on your, to be just with yourself, you know? Independent, yeah, without being like, without feeling lonely, without feeling the need to have somebody always.
Do you feel lonely, Andy?
I
mean,
mean, I completely agree with what Adrian said. It's like, I feel like everyone at one stage should learn how to, like, I don't kind of like try living alone, because I think a lot of people get like confused about like being alone and actually feeling lonely. I think when I first came back, when I actually did feel like lonely at first, because, you know, I spent like the majority of my life in the UK. That's where like my main friends are. And when I came back, I didn't have any friends to begin with. After a while living alone, you actually, yeah, you learn to really enjoy your own company, and you realize that, you know, being alone doesn't have to, like, sometimes being alone doesn't feel lonely.
Yeah.
You know, you actually feel more happy when you're alone, because you learn to enjoy just being you, and you forget about, like, you know, you have no fear of missing out anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like no more FOMO. But it's like a process though. It takes a bit of time, yeah, to reach that stage, I think.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I experienced when I came here. Like, I think the first month or so, I felt like pretty lonely, because back in Austria, I was like always with roommates, or like right now I also have roommates, but the first 3 months I didn't have any. But like the first month I felt like really lonely. But after that, as he said, like you get used to being just on your own without feeling lonely. And I think that's also a pretty important experience, you know, in life. I would say.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I have like roommates right now, but none of them talk to me. Like no one talks to each other. It's a bit of a strange kind of house. Everyone just has their own room. Everyone minds their own business. So I do feel like I live alone because I don't even know their names. It's like a dorm, essentially.
How long do you live?
I'm there for a total of 7 months. And everyone just like in how we communicate with each other is through like a chat group, like online. So yeah, I feel like I'm living alone, and so far I'm very much so enjoying it.
Were you like really like watching your vlogs? You were really close with your like last set of roommates.
Yeah, I was, for sure, because I thought, you know, I thought before coming to Taiwan, I thought I was going to be lonely. So that's why I wanted to find roommates and live with other people, because I like lived with my family my entire life. And although I really did enjoy that experience, it is more pressure, I would say, to like live with other people that you don't know, because everyone has like different habits. So that was like quite difficult to accustom to. And so, yeah, this time I was like, okay, fine, I'll just like live with roommates again because it's just cheaper. But I'm really happy that like everyone just kind of minds their own business.
Bit awkward, I know.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Like every time I come out of my room, like another girl will just like scurry away. But like I don't mind it, you know? It's like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you either.
It's like seeing a cockroach.
Yes. It's literally like that. Like one of the girls, I don't even know what she looks like.
Do
Very
you
much
share
enjoy it.
washrooms?
Yeah, we share a washroom, we share a kitchen. But yeah, besides that, everyone just does their own thing, and it's very, very peaceful. But you, Lisa, you have lived with family, right?
I've lived with family, but like I've also like lived in like our house in Vancouver alone before, and like it was very liberating, and honestly, but I'm not like the type of person to like take myself on dates or like go out alone, like because I always like grew up with like Amber, like my older sister, like going out together. So I think I was always like timid to like even go grocery shopping.
I
So then it was just kind of like being able to like take myself on like a study date, or like, you know, it was just like getting to know myself, which is like very interesting. Yeah.
But you're going to be living alone in Korea.
Yeah, so maybe I'll like have a sequel for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a new experience for you. So that should be fun.
But I think that's an important experience. Like just to be on your own is like, I think it's important to learn it. Like to learn how to be on your own, to be more independent, you know. That's what
I think that's a very good it's a good opportunity for a 20-year-old to go live, you know, like
In
somewhere
Korea.
completely, you know, unique and different to where you're from.
Yeah, that's why I have to put myself in that situation, because I know that if I don't force myself in that situation, like I'm probably not gonna like want to like seek it in like my own city, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like very comfortable. Like we're from the same city, and it's just like very comfortable when you live at home with your family. It's hard to try new things and do new experiences. So I feel like getting out of that environment will be really good for you.
Can you speak Korean?
No.
Are you learning it?
Duolingo every day a little
Oh,
bit.
okay.
But like I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but I'll figure it out along the way.
Do you want to learn it like in the future?
I do. I want to get like, you know, at least like conversational and be able to like navigate myself, like, but I'm just like counting on, you know, like getting experience through like living through it, you know.
Okay.
You must be pretty nervous though.
Yeah, I'm like raw dogging the culture.
Do you think you're gonna get homesick when you're there?
I think so, yeah. I think I will get homesick. I think, well, but I mean, like who wouldn't, you know? But it's like I want to experience it.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
That's true. Put yourself through it.
Okay, I guess how do you ensure that you're staying physically and mentally healthy when living alone? And what self-care strategies have you found most helpful?
Interesting. I want to hear what you guys think about self-care. Like, what do you guys do for self-care? Because
Gym.
gym. Okay, that's fair. In your own like apartment, or do you go out?
In a gym, in an outside gym.
Outside gym. Okay.
Yeah. Or I go for a run.
I think like obviously like gym is quite big for I think like both like guys and girls to be able to like, you know, go to the gym, because it like takes up like a, you know, it's like good like routine to have. But I also think like in Taipei, I actually live like right next to the botanical garden in Taipei. I don't know if you guys have been. You've definitely been. And it's actually like it's kind of like it's basically like a very nice park, and I think actually it helps a lot like if when you live alone to have like a nice outdoor like nature space where you can go out and kind of like get away from the city and the people and just like go for like regular walks. So I think that helps a lot. Yeah.
For me, wait, the question is just like overall self-care, right? And what was the first part of the question?
Stay healthy.
The thing that I struggle with is getting enough sleep. Like, I don't know why, but I'm not the type of person to prioritize sleep. So I think that living alone has been really good for me, because if I were to talk to my roommates, okay, like we would probably stay up all night long talking about like random things. So I'm actually really happy that like in this stage of my life, I feel like I'm living alone, and I actually get a lot more sleep now than I did in my prior home, actually, because we just always talked a lot and hung out. And yeah, I am just someone that really struggles to get a lot of sleep, because I'm always bumbling around and like I always want to do this and do that. So I feel like living alone has been really good for me, because I actually have the time and the space to like prioritize myself and my sleep.
Yeah, you're like able to like put more intention into your actions.
Yeah. So I would say that. What about you, Lisa? For even just living at home with family, like what do you do for self-care?
Locking myself in my room. I don't know. I feel like maybe like I have like pets. Like I've always grown up with pets, and I feel like that kind of like takes me out from like, or like, keeps me from like locking myself in my room, and then being able to like and like care for something else. I can like kind of, you know, like reset myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, don't you have like some rabbits or something?
Yeah, I have 2 bunnies, but I also grew up having like guinea pigs and stuff. So
Oh, plenty of friends.
Yeah. You're never lonely. That's cute. All right. Okay, so how about you want to ask a question from we're going to go into the living with roommates section. Oh, it's okay. I just cut.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, you want to say hello?
Yes.
Oh, like, hi.
Okay, I think I'm just going to read the first question. It's pretty good.
Sure.
What are some of the biggest challenges of living with roommates? I think you already said one thing, Annie.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, everyone has different, how do you say it?
Like schedules or which
like
aspect?
different, like kind of different lifestyles. Yeah. And if the lifestyles are too different, I think it's kind of like maybe a little bit awkward or like weird to live together. Because, for example, when I lived in Vienna, I lived with 2 other roommates I didn't know before, and our lifestyles were like really different. And so it was like the same situation you have now. Like we didn't talk at all.
But I like that though.
I didn't know their names for like 2 months.
Okay, all right.
Because like one of them, I don't know. One of them was like really into fitness, but like he was already 40, I think. like 35 or 40, like really old. And he was like totally into fitness, but like not like healthy into fitness, like obsessed, you know. And the other one was like kind of an alcoholic. Like,
I see.
yeah. And then there was I trying to do my YouTube videos and stuff. And it was like kind of awkward. We didn't really talk. And the 40-year-old was really obsessed with a very clean house. And the other one was like kind of messy, you know.
Yeah.
I would be that 45-year-old. I would be obsessed with a very clean house.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also I like a clean house, but I'm not obsessed with it, you know. Like, and the other one was like kind of a little bit more messy. So, and they didn't like, there were a lot of problems. Like, I moved in when those two guys were already in the apartment, and sometimes they like fight, they throw hands and stuff. Like, it's really there were a lot of problems, because the lifestyles are just so different, you know.
How did they resolve it besides like beating each other to the ground?
I don't know. They were just like someday it was like good again, and then the other day was like they're fighting again. So I don't know. This was like really weird. I lived there for 3 months and then I moved out, but I don't know about now. But that, like, the point I want to say is, like, if the lifestyles are too different, it can be kind of weird to live together. You know?
I feel like your living situation, if you're living with roommates, and obviously if people are having different lifestyles, it can really mess with your own inner harmony.
Especially with the like, how do you say it in English? Sleep rhythm?
Like
or like a
circadian
sleep schedule.
Yeah, sleep schedules.
Yeah. Because for right now I'm living with a musician, and he's like he stays up until 4 or 5 a.m. and this because also he makes music and it's like quite loud in the apartment. So there was a time when I also had the same sleep schedule as him, just because I couldn't sleep at night because he was doing his music, you know. But right now I'm getting it back. He's a little bit more quiet now. So
did you have to like intervene?
Just a little bit. I was just talking to him, and then it was like all fine. But but still, yeah.
I think like when it comes to roommates, is like you got like sometimes like it's a bit to do with like luck, really, because you don't really get to like really know someone until you live with them. So before like choosing your roommates, you might think like, oh, this guy is such a cool guy. But then when you actually start living with them, you realize like, wow, this guy's like he's just so different. Like when you actually know him, he's actually not a very nice guy. Mm-hmm. So it's a bit of luck. But I feel like living with people, you're always going to have conflicts no matter what. Which is why like I've always been told to never live with your best friend.
Have you lived with your friends before? I thought you lived with one friend before.
Yeah, like they're all my like friends, but like probably like not my best friend.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah, like but yeah, like I mean, there's like so many stories from like living with like guys in the UK.
Did living with your friends ever ruin any of your friendships?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Like I think like 4th year university, like I actually fell out with like one like very close friend. Yeah, simply because he just like he didn't have like respect for like this like people's like sleeping times. When people like in the evenings, he was always like so loud, and you know,
doing
and
what?
just like honestly like partying like midweek. You know, and
in his room,
By himself.
Yeah, the crazy thing is like so he was a medical student too. And it was tough because it's like when you choose to live with someone, you're kind of expected to, you know, get used to other people, like, and like kind of, you know, like, because if you care so much about your sleep, why don't you just live alone, kind of thing. So
because it's expensive.
Yeah.
Like that's the only
but
that's the only problem for me.
Same here.
But we fell out like properly because I just felt like he was waking me up like repeatedly, even like if I had like very like important schedules the next day. So I felt like as a friend you should like it's a bit disrespectful to, you know, I feel like a true friend would care about like how well you do at university. And as a dentist, there was like sometimes I had to do like minor surgeries. I remember the one time when I had to do that assessment, and I literally slept like 2 hours that night because of him.
Didn't you talk to him, or what did he say?
Yeah, I spoke to him, and he was just like didn't really like apologize, and he was just kind of like, you know, like he just didn't understand why I was so upset. You know, he's, you know, it's like
it's kind of weird when you study the same thing, right?
yeah, exactly.
Like you
So,
must understand, but you just couldn't, I guess.
yeah, like
Wow.
yeah, it was like pretty terrible. But yeah, that's it's a big shame because I did really like him as a guy. Yeah, yeah. So
Have you ever lived with any girls before? Or have you always just lived with like a bunch of wildin' guys throughout university?
in the first year, because we couldn't choose our roommates, we were just like put in like student halls. I lived with, it was like 4 girls and
That's a
3
lot.
guys. Yeah,
Wow, that's a huge
Oh my
house.
God.
yeah, it's usually like the flat in the first year.
Wait,
Yeah.
so like in your school, you couldn't choose whether or not you want to live with girls or guys. It was just like mixed.
I think it was just like mixed. Yeah,
I think he chose that.
I chose that.
Oh my god, you chose out.
No, I definitely
revealing
didn't.
stuff.
You're quite split in high school, so you want to get kind of crazy.
Yeah, I never got any female attention,
Yeah.
you know. So I was like, you know, gotta make it happen.
I mean, it's a
at
good
university.
plan.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah, you like that plan?
Yeah, I like the plan.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then in like my 4th year, I lived with like my roommates, like my roommate's girlfriend moved in with us. Yeah, so that was it.
What do you think is like the difference between living with girls and guys? Like, do you have a preference?
Um,
Or any of you guys? Have you lived with girl or guy roommates or different?
I think like when I had an opportunity to live with girls, I thought I was actually like pretty happy because I like in general I thought like girls were like a lot cleaner than guys. So I thought like girls would take on more responsibilities, like you know,
You
you know, like clean the kitchen, you know, like you know, make me sandwiches.
And then did they
No,
or no?
No, it was. I was actually quite surprised. Like the girls I live in first year, they were actually like messier than guys,
There are some like that, yeah.
which is like quite shocking
Yeah.
to me. But yeah, it was definitely like fun, like living with girls. Especially like I went to like a boarding school where it was like a lot more guys than girls, so it was an opportunity to like learn more about like how girls thought and stuff. Yeah.
Learn any more than their thoughts.
That was
Was
Lisa
it?
asking. Oh
Min-
god.
mingling.
Oh my god, I literally have to ask now. Yeah, was there any mingling,
Was there
Andy?
any mingling?
Well, you know, like
Oh god, I don't know if I want to know. Wait, Andy, take off your headphones. Is there any earplugs here? Actually, no. Tell us some tea, just a little bit.
tea. No, I wish there was tea, but there wasn't.
Okay.
But yeah, they're actually like very nice girls though. I live with. I think people like quite smart anyways. Like I like trying to hit on your roommates like bit of a I don't know. You ask for trouble there for sure. You know,
Right.
Okay.
like imagine like I don't know, like trying to hit on I don't know, like your roommate, and then like something bad happens, and
You have to
Yeah.
live with
you have to
them.
live with them for like
Yeah.
the rest of the year, and like you
True.
know, it's just I know you end up becoming more like siblings. Like
Yeah.
really,
Yeah, that's really cute.
That's what
really
happened
yeah,
with
it was
me.
cute. Yeah, it was cute.
Mhm. I actually do have a question for. Wait, have you lived with girls before, Adrian?
I lived with my ex-girlfriend for like 3 or 4 years.
That's a
Oh
really
my
long
God.
time.
Wow.
Yeah, we moved together when we were 18 or 19, I think.
Oh wow, that's a
And
really long
then
time.
Wow.
We broke up actually yeah, a year ago,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
at 22.
Wait, were you living together when you guys broke up?
Yeah.
Oh, do you think problems started?
No, because
No.
we didn't we break up on like how to say it in good terms.
Oh, okay.
in-
Good
Do you say it like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, in good terms, like without a fight or something. We just decided it doesn't work out anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And actually, we broke up in February, and then we lived together for 1 more month.
Oh, interesting.
But it was like because we were also like really like she was my best friend, so it was like
Wait,
it was a pretty healthy
mind
break up.
me
I think
asking who broke up with who?
I broke up with her.
Oh, what was this like a like? You don't have to obviously go into like the details, but what's like a brief reason?
For me, it was just I didn't like my future plans were so different from hers, and the main reason is I wanted to move out of Austria, and she is studying medicine in Vienna, and she wants to stay in Vienna for probably her
Wow.
life, or like in Austria,
Oh, I
or like in a German-speaking country. And for me, I didn't want that at all. So I knew like it doesn't make sense, and I didn't want like I knew I will come to Taiwan, and I didn't want anything to pull me back. You know, if I have a long distance relationship, I always have these thoughts like, oh, I want to go back as soon as possible. I want to see my girlfriend, and I really didn't want that. Like, I want to enjoy my time here without anything pulling. Like, of course, I have my family and stuff there in Austria, but it's not like it doesn't. Like, of course, I get homesick, but it doesn't like pull me back that strong, I think.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this while you guys were talking about like girls and like living with girls and stuff like that. And I was wondering, did it ever surprise you? Like, did girls look very different? You know,
Do they
like when
look
they were
different?
Yeah, because like, you know,
So
like
different.
makeup and like hair and just like everything. Did you guys notice? Was there a huge difference with the girls that
I
you
mean, they
lived with?
do look different.
Was it
like I don't know about like Adrian, but you know, as a guy, you really don't know about like, you don't know what makeup is like. You know, so
Oh yeah.
like I didn't really know like what makeup was, foundation, all this stuff until like maybe like I don't know, like recently, honestly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so it was like when you see like I think like in the UK or like the West, probably like girls wear makeup more. Like most girls like
British chavs.
yeah, especially up north in the in the UK, yeah, we call it like cake face.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. I've seen it.
But yeah, so you kind of just you think that's how girls look because you don't know, like, because most girls wear you'll never see them without makeup. Yeah, I think that was like the one thing I actually learned living with girls. It's like, oh wow, like girls have to spend so much time and effort to like on their makeup and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, that was actually quite surprising.
You
to
know what
me.
surprised me?
What?
Like, if you have long hair, you lose a lot of hair.
Oh my god, yes,
Yeah.
for sure. It's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, because like I was vacuum cleaning, and then like 2 hours later, they were like
Still, this is still
again
shedding
a lot of
like a
hair.
cat.
Yeah,
And also like,
that would really surprise.
like fake lashes as well. Like that's like when I first saw that, I was like, what?
Can you tell that I'm wearing fake lashes?
You
No.
wear fake lashes.
Yeah, can you tell?
I think you wear like half lashes.
I wear
don't you?
half lashes.
Yeah, I can't tell too
Yeah.
much.
What are half lashes? No, my ex-girlfriend didn't wear fake lashes.
Oh, they're just like lashes that go on the end corner of your eye, so they're not
Oh.
full and they're like way more natural. Because like full lashes, if I don't know if you guys have ever put on full lashes before, but they're very heavy on your eyes. It's like doing weights for your eyes. You know, your eyes are going to the gym for a day.
Wow. Doesn't sound too bad. Train your eyelids.
I don't know about that. That's the thing that I was really nervous about, like living with guys, is like, oh shoot, you know, like now I gotta take out like my contacts and put on my glasses. I still don't wear my glasses around you, Andy, because I'm too embarrassed.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, but you do so many embarrassing things. Like
I know.
that's
but
probably if you wore your glasses, that's probably like the least embarrassing. thing.
I look so weird. Okay. No, I don't. Lisa can see me with my glasses.
Little, like bug.
No. I don't want to look like a bug because like my vision is really bad. Okay. It's
Do you
like,
got your glasses here with you?
no, I don't. I don't even. I just can't wear them around you. It's too embarrassing. Okay. I think I only wore them once around you, and that's because like we had a bit of a piff, and then I was just like, I was like, I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna wear my glasses. But otherwise, I still can't do it. Sorry, you can never see the real me.
Okay, speaking of embarrassing, like, what do you guys do if you have to share a washroom, but you have to like take a fat shit? Like, do you guys have like poopery in your washroom?
I just go for it. You know, I'm like, I don't care.
Do you get them warnings?
I leave the door open.
Wait, I'm just kidding.
Andy's face. You have to zoom in on that.
Or like just like with roommates?
What if you guys all have like food poisoning at the same time?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, that's like one of the worst things. I think living with roommates, it's like having to share bathrooms. It's just like
Yeah, and you're also like you're poop shy too.
yeah.
Andy is so poop shy.
I don't know why. Like I literally I can't. I would never fart in front of someone.
Yeah, I've never heard Andy fart before.
And like I don't know, just like I don't know why. I just find it like
Where does the gas go?
yeah.
the gas. You just I don't know. You hold it in and you let it out at appropriate places.
It's
like
a lot to let out at once.
Like I feel like usually I'm pretty comfortable, you know, with like burping and farting, but then ever since I've been hanging out with Andy, I'm like, oh my god, like what do I do? I can't like let it rip, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you live with guys, it's no problem. Maybe with girls, a little bit more.
but like honestly, like, even with guys, like I just can't fart in front of other people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like my friends are like, always like farting in front of me. Like they do this. These like guys are pretty gross, honestly. They will like put their ass like right next to your face and fart and stuff like that. It's pretty disgusting.
You never did that to
I
other
honestly,
people?
I never did that to anyone. It's just me. Like, I just
It's in your genes. You've evolved to be.
yeah.
Like let's have this conversation in a few years.
In
And
a
then,
few-
if you guys are still together in a few years, let's have the same conversation.
You're probably gonna break up with me because I'll just be like, you know,
give me. Yeah, it's just I think she's trying to purposely give me the ick. I don't know.
I'm just like, I haven't met someone before that's this uncomfortable with bodily gases, you know?
Would you
okay,
have to play loud music when you like poop?
Yeah, he has to like put like some loud video on, and I'm like, yo, I can hear it dropping anyways, okay? No, don't express it like that. Oh, sorry.
Too much.
He's never gonna poop again. Sorry, I forgot. It's just because in my head I'm like, everyone does it, you know? Like,
Yeah, but
everyone
still,
does
I understand him. Like, I understand what you say.
I
Because
don't know why.
I still don't like people to hear me like take a shit. You know?
Yeah.
Do you guys poop in public?
Yeah, I put in public, but
Yeah. But that's different. You know, you don't know the people. Like, you don't know the people
Yeah.
who.
I know a lot of people that like if they need to poop at school, they'll just hold it until. They
Oh, you
go.
don't go at school. Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
you know, you don't go at school.
Yeah, same. I'll be like,
Like,
whatever.
I literally can't. Like, I don't know. I must have been like bullied for like farting once when I was really young or something. Like, I must have like farted when I was like 6 years old, and then I got bullied for it or something like that.
Or like,
And like, it's
you get
traumatized me.
And
So-
now it's like blocked
Yeah.
from your memories. You need
but like,
to do some-
even in public, I can't. You know.
In public, I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
I
like in
wouldn't fart
public,
in
it's-
public.
Oh, last time I was at this shop here, and then I was eating, and then an old lady walked by and she just farted like straight in my face.
yeah.
Like, but
they do it here.
that's more Taiwanese. I've never like experienced something like this in Europe.
That's
but
so
in-
true. That
yeah,
happens.
but in
they
Taiwan-
burp here. Like,
Yeah, like
yeah, definitely.
I think that's disgusting.
I think it's disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, she literally farted in my face while I was eating, and I was like,
They-
Come on,
they
come
have
on,
no-
Taiwan.
They have no shame as well.
Yeah.
Like they literally, they're not phased by it at all. They will fart or burp as loud as they want, and it's completely okay.
yeah.
No, I mean, I find that like kind of, you know, slightly disturbing, especially if I'm eating. I wouldn't do that to you, by the way. I wouldn't do it to any of you guys. I'm just saying, you know, like, you know, usually in a relationship, sometimes things become a little bit more comfortable. But I don't mind. I don't mind that you don't fart. It's okay. Don't fart on me. I'm not asking you to. Please.
I've heard a lot in front of my boyfriend,
Really? Do you?
and like, I'm gonna be honest, my farts smell really bad. They smell really bad. Oh, I just farted. Quickly, go.
But that's also funny, I think.
Yeah.
But that's if you're in a relationship, it's like your best friend, you know. Like,
Yeah.
it's also quite funny.
Yeah, it
So
is.
how does he react to it?
He'll just like, oh no, and then like he'll start moving away, and then like we just start like fanning it. You know, we've already been there.
You're
and we
pretty
know
comfortable on this
we know
podcast.
we know the protocol.
The protocol.
Yeah.
There's a set protocol.
Yeah.
What to do, where to go.
Can I just ask Adrian a question?
Absolutely.
Yeah, ask me a question.
So you say you moved in with your girlfriend when you were like 18. Isn't that like how did that happen?
I think I was 19 at that time.
19.
But
Okay.
yeah, still pretty young.
Yeah. So how did it like?
But the thing is, I wouldn't like at that time we were together for like 6 months, I think,
Right. Yeah.
or around 6 months, 6 months to 1 year, I think. But what was different with us is we were in the same class, in the high school class.
I see.
So I knew her for already 4 years, and then we like got together. So it was not like completely new friend, you know.
Do you think living together kind of
Yeah, I know what you
ruined
want to say.
the relationship of it?
Yeah,
Really? Well, in what
definitely.
aspect and why?
I think mostly in the sexual like attraction aspect.
Oh, really? Why? What
Yeah,
do you
because you see your significant other every day, like naked, and also in like the, you know, I think over time like the sexual attraction like lowers more and more. Yeah.
Were you like actively like trying to keep it alive? Like, were you intentionally doing things that were like special?
What do you
I
mean?
mean like oh like you know like dressing up.
Or like role play stuff and
role play,
dressing
but
up.
not role play,
Yeah, but
guys.
still, I think if you don't live together, like, of course, the sexual attraction is like way higher. You know, if you don't see your partner every day or like naked every day, I think, yeah.
Definitely
What do
a
you
bit
do if you
space.
like get married though?
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'm
Never
too
gonna get-
young.
Yeah, fair. You were like
I'm
19.
still young. I have a lot to experience, and then I will. But of course, when I was in the relationship, I thought I will marry her.
But
Like
doesn't
that's
that kind of concern you? Like if you go into another relationship with another girl, that the same thing might happen. Like, what do you think will actually maintain
but
that
I
attraction
think
for
that's
you?
like that's natural. Like of course, like if you're together for 3 years, you won't have sex every day.
I feel like the initial romance is always like the fire is all the fire doesn't just like, you know, you can't maintain the, you know, like the sexual
Yeah, of
attraction.
course, like you still
forever.
love her and stuff, but
Yeah.
like the sexual, like the fire, as you said,
Yeah.
like it's not the same, you know.
Yeah, I think that's like more like in the movies, you know, like it doesn't just keep going on and on, but you know, you know, later on, like if you get married, it's like when you're with someone for like a long term, there's more meaning to that than just sex.
And
it's like,
and also there are like other very good things that evolve, like when you're together for a long time, like the trust and like you can really open up to the other person that you can't do in the beginning probably, or like not that much, you know. And you get to know each other.
it's like a different purpose.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. So note to self: don't move in with your boyfriend.
But does
Is that the
not too early.
I think-
I would say not too early.
Yeah.
So if I would do that, I would probably still move in together with her. But
Well, you learn from it.
yeah, and it was like a really nice experience to like, because we also moved to a different city, to a bigger city. So and at that young age, it was like a pretty good experience, like to grow up. And because I would say when I was 18, I was like pretty childish, and she really helped me mature a little bit more. You know,
That's really cute.
Yeah.
yeah, that's cute.
I've never lived with a significant other before, so I don't have that much to say about this topic.
Not yet.
No. What about you, Lisa? Any thoughts? Like, would you move in with your boyfriend?
I think I definitely would. But like we've like when my parents aren't there, we've like lived with like together a month at a time. So I don't know if that really counts, but I think like I've been really comfortable with it. Like we just go everywhere together, and like I haven't gotten tired of him yet. So
How long has it been that you guys have been together?
okay, a year and a half.
A year and a half? Okay. Still not sick of each other. That's good.
Yeah, no, never.
I'm not sick of you yet either.
Why would you look at me?
Are you sick of me?
No. I think we have like, I don't know. I think we have our own lives going on, so we don't actually spend too much time together. Like,
Couple days a week.
yeah, you know. So I think that's like pretty healthy.
Yeah, I would also say that's pretty healthy, especially when you're that young. You know, I mean, you guys are not that young
No, like
anymore.
18, 19. But honestly, like I feel like because it's my first relationship, I still feel like I'm that young. Like in terms of like relationship wise.
In terms of experience wise.
Yeah, in terms of experience and relationship wise, like I am still like a 18, 19-year-old girl that's in her first relationship, you know? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I think that's why, like, you know, also like just from the point of like the fire never like doesn't keep going like with time. It's like that's why it's so important at the start to find someone, like not just by looking at like their physical attraction.
Oh
like
yeah.
actually there's like you gotta like it's like personality and compatibility is so important,
The
because
physical attraction will
it will
go
die.
away a little bit, but so that's why it's really important that you really like the
substance.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the like
sorry.
percentage like of like physical attraction to like, you know, emotional attraction that you would like need? Like what's the balance?
Like of what you're
I-
looking for?
Yeah.
I would say like 70%
70% emotional.
for a long-term relationship.
And 30% is like physical.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
I feel like it's
for
quite,
for a long-term relationship.
I
For
feel
like
it's
a
quite
one-night
hard,
stand, it's
yeah.
the other way
Different.
around.
Oh, it's the other. It's 70%.
But yeah, I feel like it's really hard to like actually know someone's like true personality like until you actually know them for like a very long time. But what I feel like is like physical attraction is definitely important initially, to actually like get like, you know, get them together so they can actually like have the opportunity to get to know each other. But then later on, it's like the personality is much more important.
Yeah, for
So-
sure. Yeah.
Like, of course, like the physical attraction is important for the beginning,
Yes.
but then the other things
Yes.
is what really like keeps the relationship for a long time.
That's right. Yeah.
That's the part that's like a little bit hard because it's like, oh, you can see more things when you live together, but then there's also this concern of like what you brought up. It's like, oh, well, the physical attraction is going to go down. And then you realized, like, with your ex-girlfriend, was that 70% there for you? Obviously not, I guess. But you
Like
realized that. Like,
The thing is, I knew her
Yeah.
for like 4 years already because we were in the same class, and you know, like I knew how she, like I knew who she was. You know, we were in the same class for 4 years. We also were good friends, so we already knew each other. You know, and then
I think maybe you were just like too young. Like,
I think, I got like, I think I was too young, and I just wanted to experience a little bit more of the world, you know. Like, I just wanted to be like free, like independent, you know.
so like, what advice would you give to like young couples who want to move in together?
Oh, go for it.
Really, like,
Yeah,
like,
go for it.
18-year-olds, like straight out of high school. You
I
would
mean,
say.
If they really feel like it can work out, why not? For me, I also thought I would marry her at that time,
Right.
until like a year ago.
oh, shoot. Life changed.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it doesn't make sense to go in a relationship if you don't have the intention to marry her, or like if you don't see a future with her. It doesn't make sense to go into a relationship.
So you have to try.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
fair.
also a pretty good experience, I think. And you also learn how like a woman works, you know, like you see you learn more from a woman's perspective, you know.
Agree with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like emotionally and
Yeah.
like mentally, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Stuff you don't learn at like
'Cause I think like
1
guys
night
and
stands, you
girls
know?
are like actually like fundamentally quite different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think like if you met your girlfriend like in 2 years' time, do you think things would have worked out? Like, for
I
example,
mean,
like,
it depends where I live. In 2 years, I would probably not live in the same continent.
But, like, let's
But
say
still,
if you guys lived in the same city, it's okay. We're going to go over a little bit. If you guys lived in the same city and you met her later in life, do you think it would have worked out?
probably yes.
So
Probably yes.
maybe a timing thing.
If the physical attraction is still there.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
know.
So we are at our time right now. Does anyone have any final words that they want to say about this topic about living together with a significant other? Any advice?
I would just say.
wait, you'd maybe. Do you have any? Have you lived with a significant other before? Is there something you
me?
haven't?
Oh
told
no,
me?
no,
Oh, okay.
I haven't.
Wait, am I the only one who?
You're the only one.
Okay, so it's just my advice. Okay, for me, I would say if you really like her or him, just go for it if it makes sense. But I think it's a pretty good experience.
I mean,
So-
people always say like live with your significant other for like long term before you ever settle down. Like you always have to like experience being roommates before you ever like. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, you learn a lot.
I think
you learn
it's
a lot.
just scary, I guess, for a lot of people because it's really that type of experience that's going to make or break your relationship, you know? So I feel like that's probably why people would be hesitant.
But even
to-
if it breaks, you know, like
it's-
then
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
especially
It is what it
during
is.
Quarantine, like,
Yeah.
so-
Oh, quarantine was hard, but especially because we had like a 44 square meter apartment. Like it was pretty small, like no balcony, no garden, nothing.
Yeah.
And it was pretty hard, but we survived that. But after that, I want to be like a little bit more independent and free, you know, like
fair.
that's.
Alrighty, I think that is going to be the end of the podcast here. So thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah. Anything else you want to say? Bye.
Thanks for inviting us again.
Just want to give a quick shout out to my UK fan base. You know,
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
UK fan base is growing because of you.
I heard there's like some listeners from the UK.
Yeah,
so.
they message me. They're like, "Oh my god,
Oh really?
he's so British." Well, yeah.
Thank you for your support and big up yourselves.
All right, perfect. Boom.